Virgin's JobKeeper warning. Let's have a look. Hello everyone, Florian.heise here and welcome to another episode of HeiseSays. Grab your stein of coffee and let's have a look at this article, which is a warning from Virgin Australia discussing, well, the end of JobKeeper or the JobKeeper cliff that we're about to face, where, well, significant number of businesses that are being propped up by JobKeeper are going to just have to start cutting people when the tap turns off. Now, those numbers are probably bigger than some people realize. I was quite shocked when I did the sums and looked at what percentage of people employed in each state were on JobKeeper. 6.84% in Queensland, 7.95% in New South Wales, 8.76%, nearly 9% in Victoria. So, WA, SA both over 6%, NT at 3.7%, and Tassie over 6% as well. And the ACT, they're pretty low there as well. So let's have a look, because, well, how many of these businesses are just propped up? And how many people are on JobKeeper and maybe haven't, and hopefully they're prepared for the job not being there. This is just luck. The fact that the government has intervened in the economy like this to prop up, to try and undo some of the damage they did to the economy. You can't count on that. That's the problem. You can't plan for that. It's luck that they actually did it. So let's jump back here and have a look at Virgin's warning. Virgin Australia says thousands of jobs at risk if further government support is not provided. And you're going to hear calls for different industries. The tourism sector, it's a lost cause in many regards. Virgin Australia says thousands of jobs are at risk if no further support is provided to the industry beyond the JobKeeper deadline in March. Virgin Australia says the end of JobKeeper in March could signal a mass shedding of workers if no further support is provided to the struggling aviation industry. The major airline, which has been financially crippled by the pandemic, predicts thousands of jobs are at risk if the federal government cuts assistance to an industry that is unable to recover while broader restrictions halt travels. Now, Virgin's a foreign-owned business, and if you look at some of the, it's been running in debt for a while. Do you want to prop it up? Would you invest in this? It's not like the planes are going to be destroyed. They're all on lease. There's opportunities for new businesses to arise. Across the Virgin Group, approximately 6,600 workers are being supported by JobKeeper payments, with the majority of staff still stood down, while travel numbers remain low. Now, here's the thing. My understanding is when you're on JobKeeper, you can go for other work, but it's going to be hard. If you're a business person, do you want to bring someone on JobKeeper who's just doing this as a filler job and will abandon you the first chance they get to get back to their preferred employment? You're probably not. Because for any job, any position, you have to invest time, energy, and resources to get that person working for you. So in some regards, the JobKeeper, being stood down on JobKeeper is probably keeping some people in a limbo. Maybe the job's never going to return, and it's kind of a false hope. Virgin Australia Chief Executive Jane Herdlicker said it would not be viable for the airline to operate if the financial lifeline were to be axed next month. Without a way to keep these critical employees connected, it is not financially viable for us as a business and them as people as they seek to manage their own living expenses, she said. The aviation industry risks being materially delayed in its recovery and forced to downsize while demand is depressed and then rehire and retrain when it ramps up. Well, you're going to have to do that anyway. If people have been stood down for 6 months to a year, you're going to have to retrain them, regardless. If you're not, if you let those skills atrophy, that's what happens. My sister-in-law, her job is back at the airport, and she's having to retrain. She's getting a bit stressed, but then, rather than having 30 people retrain, they're having 3. So she seems to be quite fortunate as one that they're bringing back. The implications for the economy will be significant. The consequences with respect to fares and accessibility for people in the regions will also be felt. Virgin has shed more than 3,000 jobs since the beginning of the downturn, while rival airline Qantas has culled more than 9,000 roles as part of its restructure to meet the needs of a scaled-back aviation industry. Ms. Herdlicker was appointed top boss at Virgin by private equity firm Bain Capital, which acquired the company following its financial collapse in May last year. She noted the airline's ability to operate will rest on the pandemic's timeline, and if impacted industries such as aviation and tourism would have access to further support. I mean, here's the question. How long do you want the government to bail out this industry? How long do you want it? How would you buy shares in Virgin if you could? Would you invest in these businesses if you could? Is it a cruel trap keeping these people stuck in this hope of a future job? Post JobKeeper, the aviation industry will continue to need some form of support that will enable our technically trained work groups, including pilots, cabin crew, ground crew, engineers, and operations control center employees to remain connected to the business even if working limited or no hours, Miss Herdlicker said. Without that, it is impossible for us to stand back and support the country as it opens up and to take advantage of those moments when we can be free and back to normal. What do you think, everyone? Do you think that, is this just a political move from Virgin to get more support? Do you support or agree with the government providing JobKeeper to these industries, or should they just scale back? I mean, the government forced them all to close down, so the government does have a responsibility. But how long do you want to keep them going? Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments down below. Are you working in this industry? You're looking for something else? What other options are there? As always, let us know. If you're a fan of the channel and enjoy the content I create here, there are a few ways you can support us. You can join the channel on YouTube or Patreon. You can support us using our affiliate links from Amazon, eBay, Independent Reserve, or AussieBroadband. You can buy merch from HeiseSays, use Gold Pass from the Perth Mint, support us using PayPal, or use the SelfWealth link down below to get 5 share trays, and we'll get 5 as well. Take care, guys, and I will see you all next time. Bye for now.